system's rigged, man, it's time to break free. Eyes wide open, gotta see what I see. Standing on the front lines, fighting for the truth. Lift the veil of lies, it's time to be the proof. Take a stand, don't you back down. Raise your voice, let's shake the town. We're the voices that won't be ignored. Breaking chains, yeah, we're ready for war. With the power of the people, we'll make them see a world of justice, united and free. United and free. United and free. Marching with a purpose, we're taking it higher. Fighting through the struggle, igniting the fire. No more silence, we'll make the noise loud. Together in this battle, standing strong and proud. Injustice fades when courage aligns. Rise up together, break the confines. We're the voices that won't be ignored. Breaking chains, yeah, we're ready for war. With the power of the people, we'll make them see a world of justice, united and free. United and free. United and free. So rise up now, it's our time to shine.
All right, everybody, welcome. And this is a new segment we're going to be doing. You're going to be hearing a lot more from me this year because we're going to be doing justice news. So I'm going to be taking news stories around the world, breaking news on trials, breaking news on verdicts, doing short little segments like this where we watch the news segment, we react to it, we talk about it. So what we're talking about, you can see right up over my shoulder, right up over here, we're talking about the New Orleans attack that happened on New Year's Day. So if you guys aren't familiar with what happened here, I'll give you a little rundown before we watch our clip, talk about it, and react to it. So on January 1st at 3:15 a.m., an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Now, New Orleans, personal favorite place for my wife and I to go. We enjoy it. We've been down there a few times, took the kids down there when WrestleMania was there back in 2014. Fun place. But even when we were there, it's known for violence, unfortunately. So that's very unfortunate. But this is a whole nother level. Killed at least 10 people, injured dozens. Then after he runs through this crowd, he exits the vehicle, uses I believe it's now been identified as an AK-47, and fires on law enforcement, who then shoot him and kill him. Now, they identified him as Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S. citizen from Texas, and they said he was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to have been rented. And there was an ISIS flag located in the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine any associations or affiliations with any organizations affiliated with that. Now, as you see, there's been some conclusions on that. We're going to watch a clip that's going to shed some more light. So if you're wanting the latest on this, this is the latest that's come through. There were weapons and potential IEDs located in the subject's vehicle. Other IEDs were located in the French Quarter. So this guy was going to try to blow up the French Quarter. The FBI special agent bomb technicians are working or working with law enforcement partners to determine if any devices were viable or if they were rendered safe. So the FBI is leading the way in this investigation. So I'm referencing the FBI statement that was released on the 1st. Now, this is a news report coming out on the latest updates on this. So we're going to watch this. We're going to react to it. Like I said, this is a new segment we're going to be doing. There's a playlist that will have all of these segments on it where we talk about justice. we talk about verdicts, and it'll be just news clips from all over the country. So it'll be from organizations that you're not going to have access to necessarily unless you're following them. Some cases will be known, some won't be known. In this case, this is obviously a national case, but I thought it'd be a great one to start out with. So let's check this out. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and start.
New video tonight of the carnage unleashed by a Texas man inspired by ISIS who rammed a truck into a crowd celebrating the New Year in New Orleans.
Surveillance video shows the horrifying moments, people desperately trying to get out of the way of the speeding truck. People scattered as the cold-hearted suspect tried to kill as many people as possible. 14 people senselessly lost their lives, and now investigators say he was planning other attacks that could have claimed more victims.
Sandra Mitchell joining us here in studio with new details about what that man did just the hours before the attack. Sandra?
Rick and Cher, there is an urgent search for answers tonight. We know that more than 1,000 law enforcement are working on this case. The FBI has evidence the attacker was actually planting bombs to kill more innocent people. And we have the pictures to show you. Strolling through the French Quarter just 1 hour before he caused deadly chaos on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. The FBI tonight releasing new images of the...
So, you know, if you've ever been to the French Quarter, you're going to understand, you know, there's not supposed to be any vehicles driving down certain parts of it or whatnot. It's normally closed off. So for him to do what he did there and to drive what you're seeing, the way he drove down there, driving that fast, he was hell bent on destruction. And then you're going to see him setting up these explosive devices throughout the French Quarter. He was going to blow the place up. And let me tell you something, the way how condensed that is, the buildings that are there, if those explosives would have gone off, it would have been unbelievable. So you have to wonder, I mean, he looks like just in the pictures here, somewhat of a well-dressed guy. I mean, what was he thinking? What was he doing? I guess that's what the FBI is going to be getting to the bottom of. But this is insane. I mean, this is scary stuff, especially when he's going after a place like New Orleans, which is a heavy tourist destination, and he's going to do this. This is some insane stuff. Anyways, let's listen to some more.
The truck driving attacker who killed at least 14 people and injured dozens more.
We know that he specifically picked out Bourbon Street. Not quite sure why. I mean, I think one can assume that it was lots of people, New Year's Eve.
Clearly.
Investigators now confident the ISIS-inspired terrorist acted alone.
We do not assess that anyone else is involved in this attack except for Shamsuddin Jabbar.
The FBI has uncovered video of the attacker planting an explosive device in a cooler on Bourbon Street and another device.
So there you have it. That was a member of the FBI speaking. They don't believe there was anyone else, which is good. But I have a hard time believing that there wasn't. Normally in these cases, you find out that there was some sort of communication with outside people, with outside entities. Maybe nobody else was acting this out. The other thing that you sometimes find out is that sometimes you get FBI agents who are acting undercover, who identify these people, and they're begin making contact with them. Now it looks like in this case he actually went through with it. You'd like to think the FBI would not have allowed that to have happened. Something like this, but I remember the First World Trade Center attack. There was I remember it coming out that there was involvement with informants talking to those people, and that was why it wasn't successful. Now in this case, he was obviously successful in doing at least damage with his vehicle and then shooting with the gun, but the IEDs, perhaps maybe we find out that there was maybe they thought that was going to be the ability to catch him planting those, and they got there late, or maybe, who knows? I don't know. It seems strange to me that if you're setting up explosives, that you're suddenly going to go zooming down Bourbon Street. I mean, unless he was planning to hit a button or something, it just seems extremely strange to me with how this all went down. But I assume we're going to get to know more information as this goes. But according to, as you just heard here, the FBI is telling us one person's involved, but we'll find out. Anyways, let's continue listening.
Is 2 blocks away. The killer, 42-year-old Shamsu Din Jabbar, apparently had a remote detonator, but the devices did not go off. Investigators say in less than 24 hours, they were flooded with more than 400 tips about Jabbar.
Over 1,000 law enforcement agents and officers, men and women, have been poring over countless amounts of data, of videos, of surveillances.
At the attacker's New Orleans rented home, agents recovered evidence, including 2 laptops and 3 cell phones.
Many here devastated as we process sadness and grief.
The Sugar Bowl, postponed until today, went on with a moment of silence and increased security. Those killed in the attack remembered at the game, including Matthew Tenedoria, who worked in the audio video.
So there are the individuals that were killed in the attack behind me. Let me move this individual, Kareem Badawi. So first of all, if you're watching this, let's have a moment of silence for them. Let's recognize them. These are the people that lost their lives because of this man's actions. Now, what I think is interesting, like I said, I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be disproved that this even happened. But I'm wondering, these explosives. He has a detonator. He sets up these explosives. My thought is he's about to have a big explosion. And then I think, is it possible in this instance, that this gentleman, the FBI is moving in on him because they're setting it up to let him do this act, and then they'd be able to swoop in and catch him. And did he flee? Are we going to find out? Is there any possibility we find out this guy, this is like an operation gone wrong, and he flees and decides to drive down in the Bourbon Street and plow through some people, get out of the car, and start spraying everybody with an AK? It just doesn't make any sense that he would do it in the way he did it. So I feel like there's got to be more to this. Now, whether we ever learn the more, I don't know, but it seems awfully suspicious to me. You heard that he had the detonator in the car, but it just seems a little odd. Anyways, I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments there. But let's continue listening.
Official department there at the Superdome. 28-year-old Tiger Beck, a Princeton grad working on Wall Street. Nicole Perez, a young mother of a 4-year-old son, and 11 others. Also today, New Orleans city workers installed yellow barricades around Bourbon Street to block cars and protect pedestrians. And 14 yellow roses were placed on Bourbon Street to honor those who died.
The FBI and the ATF also have recovered evidence from the attacker's home there in Houston that includes compounds used for making bombs and an open copy of the Muslim holy book, the Quran. I'm Sandra Mitchell. Rick, Cher, back to you.
Sandy, thank you.
New video.
So there you have it, guys. Some shocking evidence, shocking information, shocking video. So I hope you were prepared for it. I apologize. They didn't show much of it, but still, it still was shocking nonetheless to see that car zooming by. Again, like I said, it seems strange. It seems unusual to me, but this is what we're living in here. Perhaps that was his plan. Perhaps he thought he was going to have more time and he'd get out and hit the detonator. It just seems like something went wrong here. And luckily, if that is the case, at least we didn't have a complete destruction of Bourbon Street, which could have had far more death, far more of a catastrophe. But still, those that lost their lives, absolute tragedy, especially to happen at the end of 2024, going into 2025, not the way we wanted to start the year out. Then you have, of course, which I'm going to be reporting on here in another segment. You've got the bombing down in, or the blowing up of his car, of the cyber truck down in Vegas. It's like, what is going on here? So definitely not the entrance into 2025 we wanted, but nonetheless, there's not going to be a trial here on this one because the gentleman passed away. It appears they're not going to be going after anyone else because they're saying he worked alone. I find that interesting because I feel like there should have been some connection to somewhere for him to be inspired to do something like this. But stand by. You never know. We'll see what happens when the FBI completes its investigation. I assume it'll probably be a report in report form in a lot of ways. If there isn't a trial or an indictment, a lot of times they'll come out with a report on this. But what a tragedy. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you find this strange? Do you find anything strange surrounding this? What do you think? Let me know. And let me know what you think about this new segment that I'm going to be trying to put together, coming to you a couple of times a day with news from around the world, from around the United States, all related to the criminal justice system. Or at least I want to try to come to you a couple of times a day. Anyways, this is the first installment. Welcome to 2025, guys. We've got lots to talk about. We got lots of fun trials coming up this year. Stand by. It's going to be a great year. Appreciate all the subscribers. Appreciate all 41,000 of you carrying us into 2025. Can't wait to see where we're at the end of 2025. And appreciate the 13 members that are here right now becoming who have become official Justice Watchers. So I would encourage you to do the same. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button, guys. 2025 is going to be an even better year than 2024. I can feel it. So get on board now because we've got big things coming, big trials coming, big events coming, and big cases to cover. So anyways, guys, until we talk again, let justice prevail, and I'll talk to you soon.
The system's rigged, man, it's time to break free. Eyes wide open, gotta see what I see. Standing on the front lines, fighting for the truth. Lift the veil of lies, it's time to be the proof. Take a stand, don't you back down. Raise your voice, let's shake the town. We're the voices that won't be ignored. Breaking chains, yeah, we're ready for war. With the power of the people, we'll make them see a world of justice, united and free. United and free. United and free. Marching with a purpose, we're taking it higher. Fighting through the struggle, igniting the fire. No more silence, we'll make the noise loud. Together in this battle, standing strong and proud. Injustice fades when courage aligns. Rise up together, break the confines. We're the voices that won't be ignored. Breaking chains, yeah, we're ready for war. With the power of the people, we'll make them see a world of justice, united and free. United and free. United and free. So rise up now, it's our time to shine. Together we'll write a new paradigm. You paradigm, you paradigm. Whoa, whoa. We're the voices that won't be ignored. Breaking chains, yeah, we're ready for war. With the power of the people, we'll make them see a world of justice, united and free. United.